Hi traders, let's talk about scanning for stocks. Now the first thing I do before I even think about scanning for stocks is obviously relate to my trade plan and my style of trading. My style of trading is based on, the foundations of my style of trading is based on cycles. So if we look, this is equityclock.com. If you look at the cycle of, let's take the Dow, this is a 20-year average of what the Dow does month by month. So typically the best times to trade are towards the end of February and March, and in late September, early October. And the best times to take profits off the table is sell in May and go away. Tends to, you can get a pullback into June, and then you tend to get dips into the summer. I always find, I found in recent years that most occasions, most of the times, you get, you can come out of August, back end of August, and start this cycle. It doesn't always fall right. Don't forget these are 20-year averages, so this is not written in stone. In recent in the bull markets that we've had over the last years since the '09 breakup in March '09, I found that late August tends to drive stock prices up, but you can get a move potentially on average potentially right back to the March level. So late February, early March, and then into April. Back end of April, mid to late May, you tend to find this profit taking and a correction. We all know markets don't go straight up, so these are the best times to trade. Right, in terms of scanning itself, some of the processes I use, not all of them, some of the processes I use involve websites like investing.com. There's several good sites out there, but this one, if you go to investing.com, make sure you click on the UK button over here and then go to this button here, markets, and come to this markets button, drop down to shares, and then drop to stock screener. And from here you can look at these areas here. So this is on the UK, all exchanges. So you drop down to sectors and industries and so on. I quite like the volume. I'm very interested in changes in volume in particular. And then this, if you click on that, I got volume clicked at the moment, and you can see it pulls up this whole long list of stocks. This scanner is a bit clumsy. There are some better ones out there, but this is one way you can do it. And if you click on a stock, what's good about investing.com is, let's click on something that I'm familiar with. Let's look at Novartis. Once you come on to Novartis, you can pull up a quick view chart. You can see it was, at some stage it was up there at 86. It's got a major support area that's 78. We're currently only 79. So but you can look at analyst comments, get an idea for what some of the analysts are talking about it, and of course you can look at the financials. Doesn't matter if you're not used to looking at financials. What I like to look at is sales growth and debt. They're my two main criteria. But let's move on. My favorite scan site is this finviz.com. It's not particularly great for UK, but it's brilliant for US. Let's have a look. On the front page you've got top gainers and so on, and you can use their criteria here on the scanner. So if you come to screen scanner, and you'll see, and click on trendline support, look at this one in particular. This is a good stock, potentially good stock, that's been as high as 13. It's got to come right down to 8. It's got a major support level here, and one of the reasons why I like the site is you can look at some of the fundamentals quite quickly. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. I recommend you log on for a free account. You can see this one, some of the P ratios of some of the US stocks are astronomical. Price earnings ratio. So the price earnings ratio is nice and low here. And market cap is 115 million. What I'm really interested in is volume. You've got sales quarter on quarter is looking good. Debt to equity is low. This is potentially quite a good stock. Grow, G-R-O-W. But the main thing is, this is potentially a boomerang trade, where you saw we had this lovely move here, lovely wave pattern, and it breaks out. It just breaks out. But quite often with a breakout, it will retreat back to where it broke from. So it's broken from 7. We're currently just around the 8 mark. So if this dips, this could go on another run back to at 12.13. And look at the volume. Volume picks up here, picks up into the break, pulls back, and then you start to get an increase in volume again. So if the crowd, it's actually gap filled back there. So it's a boomerang and a gap fill strategy. So that's a very, very simple way of scanning for stocks. So if you go back to the screener and you look for, click on this technical button there, and then you can drop down to patterns. What I like is I do like stocks, good trending stocks that come back to the 20-day average. You can do it if you like moving averages, then you can do a scan to 20-day averages. And where's the volume? I need to go back to this descriptive button for volume, and I like the average volumes to be at least over 1 million, and the higher you go, and you can drop down to, I like stocks that are over $10, so that immediately limits the number of pages. Then if you go to the sector, let's go to healthcare. That's a sector I like. I like energy, healthcare, and of course technology, particularly disruptive technology. So you've got a lot less pages here. Now the trick with this is if you go to the charts, this comes up, and you can just scan through and do a visual check on charts that you like, that are potentially coming right into support. And there's a number of charts here. Now what you can do is if you are logged in, which I am here now, sorry, I'm hesitating because I thought there's a way of saving this, and I can't see where that is at the moment. I've forgotten how to do it. But if you come on to portfolio, this is what I've saved on portfolio, and you can then go to create new. So I've forgotten how to do this. Well, this is asking me to do it manually. Okay, well maybe that's how you do it then. If you use the scanner, pick what stocks you like, then come on to portfolio. Once you're logged in, create new, and then punch in the ones you like and create the portfolio. Once you've done that, you can then go and view all the charts. So if you open your screener and then go to charts, you can constantly go back to these charts and review them. Right, so that's Finviz and investor.com. The other thing I've got is I've got a free account for Pro Realtime. And if you go into Pro Realtime, you can do things like go to major support. You can call up a window like this, and you can go to major supports, UK stocks, and then click through and which ones you are potentially good for. Let's look at Aviva. Right, so Aviva this is a weekly chart on the left, daily on the right. You can see it's been on a bit of a run and it's pulling back. So the main support's down there at 350. We are sort of getting into May, sell in May and go away. So if this one pulls back to 350, that's potentially a place to get in for at least a return to 410 and maybe more. But at the moment we're consolidating here on the daily chart, so there is the potential for this to carry on up. But it is very high at the moment. Anyway, that's just an idea of what you can do for scanning to find the right stocks. Hope that helps, and I'll go into more detail about scanning next Sunday. Thanks.